Okay, let's continue with the last part of the lecture 2, so which is rational inequalities. So rational inequalities can be written in this in this form lah. So we have these three examples. All of it is a ratio between two linears, and then it can be anything on the right side. Okay. So note that the rational inequalities are inequalities that can be expressed as. So this one is the same. For everything, it is a P over Q, but it can be more than 0, more than or equal to 0, less than 0, or less than or equal to 0. Okay, so we use all the sign. Let's do some example. Find the solution to the following. So we have A, B, and C. So question A. So we have x minus 2 over x plus 4 less than or equal to 0. So what is the difference with the quadratic? So for quadratic, we have multiplication between two factors. For this one, it's a division between two factors. So we only use the method of table of sign for rational inequality. So first of all, as the quadratic, we have to find the roots for these two linear. So what is the roots for these two linear? So it should be x negative 4 and x equal to 2. Okay, so it should be so we have to do the table of sign as the quadratic lah. So we have three interval for this one. So for this one, less than negative 4, in between negative 4 and 2, more than 2. Okay, so sketch draw your table nicely. So what we will get is x is less than negative 4, x in between negative 4 and equal to 2, and x less than more than or equal to 2. Okay, so the next part is we have these two factor x minus 2 and x plus 4 the same as the quadratic. Okay, but remember this is a division. Okay, so we do the same thing as the quadratic. So we check every interval for x minus 2, what we will get as the answer. So for this one, we get negative and negative. For the middle one, we will get negative and positive. Okay, so let's say we take 0. 0 minus 2 is negative, 0 plus 4 is positive. And the last one, it will be positive, positive. So we want to find the division between these two signs. It will be the same as multiplication. Negative, 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 positive, negative, positive is negative, positive, positive is negative. Positive, sorry. So what is the difference? So because this is less than or equal to, we only take the equal sign for the factor on the top. Okay, so we take the separation between this less than and more than here. Okay, so we include the negative 2, but for negative 4 we have to exclude the value negative 4. Why? If we put negative 4 on the bottom, it will be 0, so there will be no real solution for that one. So what is the answer for this part? Okay, we want to take the less than 0. So where is the less than 0? This is the less than 0 area. So what is the answer? So what is this interval? This interval is not include the negative 4, right? So it should be negative 4 to 2 and 2 inclusive, but not negative 4. So if you want to give the answer in the solution form, so this is the solution set, this is the answer lah. Okay, x such that from negative 4 to 2 where 2 is inclusive. Okay, so all interval you can give the answer in the form of round bracket of negative 4 to 2 square bracket, because negative 4 is not included. Why? Because it's in the denominator. It shouldn't be included the value of 4, negative 4. Okay. Okay, so let's continue to question B. So we have 3x plus 1 over x plus 4 less than or equal to 1. So as I said earlier, we have to make sure we have 0 on the right side. Means that we have to bring the 1 to the left side, or just subtract 1 on the both sides. So this is 3x plus 1 over x plus 4. So after we subtract with negative 1, we have to make sure everything in the rational form, because we have the denominator here. So we have to make sure it is a form of px over qx. So how to find the rational form for all of this? We have to find the common denominator for both lah. So this negative one is 1 over 1, right? So cross multiply. So what we get is 3x plus 1 and then minus x minus 4 over x plus 4 less than or equal to 0. So simplify. So we have 2x minus 3 over x plus 4 less than or equal to 0. Okay, so we have the form of px over qx less than or equal to 0. Now what we should do is to find the roots. So we have 3 over 2 here and negative 4. So sketch on your real number line. So if you notice there is some minor mistake, so it should be 3 over 2. This one also 2x minus 3. So x should be more than or equal to 3 over 2. Okay, so this x, as we said earlier, it should be assumption. So we assume that all of these are positive. So it's going to be positive for all everywhere lah. For everywhere, so for the first part is x is more than or equal to 3 over 2. So we have dense dot here because 3 over 2 is on the top, the numerator, so we can include the value of 3 over 2. So we have positive for the right side of the 3 over 2, negative for the left side of 3 over 2. But for the denominator, we have to take x plus 4 more than 0. So it should be x more than negative 4. That's why we have the empty dot here. So more than, so it's going to the right. So, and then all the part on the line will be positive, the left side will be negative lah. So what we want to find, the question is asking you to find the less than 0. So less than 0 means that we want to take the middle part, the negative value. So what is this value of x? It's in between the negative 4 and 2, where 2 is inclusive. So not 3 over 2, sorry, 3 over 2. So the solution set is x such that x in between negative 4 and negative 3 over 2, where 3 over 2 is included. Or we can write down in the interval form from negative 4 to 2, where negative 4 is not included, so round bracket, and 2 is included, the square bracket. Okay, so for question C, 5x squared more than 3x plus 2 is not a rational, kan? So it's a quadratic. What we should do for quadratic, first step is to make sure the right side is 0. So for this quadratic, we can use the graphical method. That is this one lah. So 5x squared minus 3x minus 2, so more than 0. So we have 0 on the right side. The next step is to factorize. So factorize 5x squared minus 3x minus 2. What we should get is 5x plus 2 multiplied with x minus 1 more than 0. What is the next step? To find the value of p and q. So what is our p? Here is negative 2 over 5. Q is equal to 1. So which one is greater? So it should be on the right side lah, yang greater tu. So sketch on your graph. So we have the value of negative 2 over 5 and 1. And then the question asks you for the more than 0. More than 0 means that y is more than 0. So it should be on the top of the x-axis. So the answer is less than negative 2 over 5, more than 1. So give your answers in solution set, where is x such that x less than negative 2 over 5 or x more than 1. Okay, that's all for the lecture 2. So please try question number 6 to 10.